And there are more than 2 million New Yorkers who have criminal convictions on their records, and the Clean Slate Act could give them a fresh start.
And the bill seals past convictions, which could prevent formerly incarcerated people from getting jobs and applying for housing. Now, New York State senators passed the bill last month, but state assembly members, failed to pass it before the recess. And we're joined by New York State Assemblyman Eddie Gibbs, who says he is living proof of the benefit of giving formerly incarcerated people second chances. Good morning, Assemblyman Gibbs.
Good morning, Hazel. Good morning, Craig. Great to be here this morning.
Good to have you, sir. Now, you went from being incarcerated to serving in the State Assembly, so this Clean Slate Act is very personal for you. Sealing criminal convictions can open up a lot of doors for people. Explain the impact this bill would have.
Well, you know, it's difficult to build a better life and give back to your community with a conviction record. This bill would simply help the 2.3 million New Yorkers with a conviction record to lift those heavy barriers to employment and housing and such. So it's near and dear to my heart, like you mentioned, Greg.
Yeah, I mean, well, there are critics, though, and their concern is that sealing these criminal records would leave employers and a lot of other people in the dark about potentially dangerous people. So would the Clean Slate Act actually apply for everyone across the board, or are there certain requirements?
But, you know, we certainly can put in some requirements, but, you know, we want to lift all the barriers, Hazel. You know, we got to give these men and women coming home from prison an opportunity to redeem themselves. You know, it's a negotiation between the state and an incarcerated individual. And, you know, we want them to come home and be productive citizens.
So right now it's everybody. So
yeah,
right now it's everybody across the board. Okay.
All right.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Hazel. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, so it does apply to everyone across the board.
Well, we will have to sit down and go over that. You know, we have a great architect and speaker, Carl Hastings, and, you know, we want to define and kind of retweet some of the, re-edit some of the language.
Okay.
But certainly, we want to give these individuals an opportunity to redeem themselves, such as I have.
Okay, so Governor Kathy Hochul and, as you said, State Assembly Speaker Carl Heastie, they support the measure. So does the Brennan Center for Justice at NYU. In fact, here's a statement from their senior counsel. By automatically sealing criminal records, the law will help millions of New Yorkers access better jobs and stable housing, particularly Black and Latino New Yorkers who have been disproportionately impacted by the criminal justice system and policies that shut them out of better opportunities. Now, are some of your colleagues in the Assembly hesitant to pass this measure given the increase in crime that we're currently seeing across the city? I mean, how do you balance criminal justice reform with public safety concerns?
Well, yeah, you know, so, you know, we have 150 wonderful, amazing Assembly members in the House, and, you know, we all have an opportunity to sit there and represent our districts and speak out what our district concerns are. You know, some individuals are afraid of the bill, some aren't. We just have to work with everybody. And, you know, Craig, this is new. This whole thing is new, right? I'm the first formerly incarcerated legislature, and we're trying to find out as we go. And, you know, so we have to work with other Assembly members, there are other districts, and, you know, we have to figure out what's best for the state and city. And, you know, it's a process. My timing is not their timing. And I have to recognize as a rookie member, you know, I have to get along and go along and so on and so forth.
Yep.
It's like building a dream house, Hazel. You know, you can't build your dream house overnight. You have to lay the foundation. You have to put in the flooring, put up the walls, and install the plumbing and so on.
Yeah.
So it's the same with the Strong House of Justice. We have a great architect and Speaker Carl Hastings, and he's leading the way in Albany. And my colleagues have been very busy in laying the foundation for important criminal justice reform this past session. My hope is that next session we'll build on our successes with the Clean Slate Act.
Yeah, and you talk about building dreams, and it's not just about sealing those criminal records, right? It's also about providing greater incentives for these inmates to get an education while they're serving time. Does that not exist already? Is there any kind of program in the prisons that offers more?
That's a great thing you said that. I'm excited that the governor's Lift the Tap program, you know, allowing these young men and women to, you know, receive their college education while incarcerated. There's various numerous programs in prisons where these incarcerated individuals can really, you know, train and become better citizens. I think the governor's doing a great job. We just provide with more resources. And again, this is new. We all just having this conversation, and we're trying to figure out as we go along.
So if the Clean Slate Act would be voted on today in the Assembly, would it have enough votes to pass?
Well, you know, we have to talk to our Assembly members. We have a great architect in Carl Hastings. A lot of things that's happening over the years since Carl Hastings has taken a speaker seat. So again, we just have to be patient and trust the process. My hope and wish is that next year we will pass the Clean Slate Act.
Yeah, well,
again.
Well, Assemblyman, you certainly are an inspiration to many formerly incarcerated people, and we appreciate your time with us this morning.
It's a pleasure.
Great. And Hazel, please tell Dan I'm waiting for that barbecue invite. I know he's on
You know, and I was going to ask you on a lighter note if you have any new dance moves you were going to share with us this morning, because you did last time.
Well, the next one, I'm going to give you a celebration dance move in a couple of weeks after I talk with my wonderful speaker, Carl Hastings, and we're going to share some news with you guys.
All right.
So just bear with me. I might do the WAP. I don't know.
Okay. I'm going to hold you to that.
Craig, I know you can relate to me, Craig.
I got you.
Craig.
Hey, man, I do the old man two-step. That's all I do. That's all I got.
Hey, do the two-step. It gets over.
All right. Thank you so much, Assemblyman. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me.
All right. It's 7:41 right now. Straight ahead across town.